mind, and just a couple quick questions. And just, a lot of people wonder, you don't see in combat sports, MMA or boxing, that the fighter who wins by knockout grants the rematch. What was your mind process of wanting to grant Luis Ortiz a rematch?
Well, my ultimate thing of granting Ortiz was the rematch. Well, I won't say the ultimate. It's several reasons. One, he's one of the best in the world. No one is still giving Ortiz the opportunity. Even after me defeating him the first time, most time when you do, especially when you knock him out, other guys are willing to fight him. They see weaknesses. They see kinks in his armor. But in Ortiz's situation, in his case, none of these guys they didn't want to fight him then, and they don't want to fight him now. So I wanted to give him an opportunity again to prove all doubts, even in our first fight, that we had all doubts. And secondly, Ortiz has a family. I grew up a great bond with Ortiz the first time, with his child, and my child is born with a disorder as well. So I know personally how hard it is and how much it takes to take care of a child with a disorder. It takes a lot of money, it takes a lot of care, and I grew a great bond with him. So I've seen a lot of the top guys in the heavyweight, they want to bless him. He need money to support that, and I wanted to bless him again, not only for him being a great warrior, one of the best in the world, but also for his family. I wanted to bless his family and put him on pay-per-view. So if this is the last fight, because this might be his last hurrah, at 40 years old, coming in, we all know when you fight Deontay Wilder, I take something from you. I take years from your life. And now this man going in here again to get some more. He already got some of that sweet potato pie the first time. I guess he's coming back for second. And I'm ready to fill his mouth up with it. So with that being said, you got November the 23rd, baby, in Vegas coming.
You've seen what happened in June with Anthony Joshua when he lost to Andy Ruiz. What have you taken from that fight to make sure you don't avoid those same pitfalls next Saturday?
Could you repeat that one more time, please?
Absolutely. You look at what happened with Anthony Joshua in June against Andy Ruiz. What have you done in your camp to make sure you don't avoid those same pitfalls next Saturday?
Well, me and Anthony Joshua, we have a different mindset. My mindset is very strong. It's way stronger than him. I spoke about this before. And Joshua, I don't think, he called it up on himself. He knew he was going to lose one day. He even spoke it. He spoke it into the universe. And even when it was time for it to happen, look, he gave his belts over to Ruiz. He literally transported his belts to this man. His energy gave his belts to this man. It was in you can see it. For me, my mindset is different. I'm a totally different king. I'm a totally different beast. I'm the best in the world, and I prove it each and every time I go in the ring. I'm not worrying about going in there and making any mistakes and stuff, and if I do make any mistake in the ring, rest assured I will correct it as the fight goes on. But I don't see this fight. I see this fight going one way, and that's Deontay Wilder knocking out Luis Ortiz, point blank and period. He knows it. I knows it. When we went in the ring the first time, he hit me with everything in the kitchen sink. Shots that he know that he usually hit opponents with, that they go down. But I'm a different beast. And with that being said, I got a lot of things that I got to do. I'm fighting for one champion, one face, one name, and that's the unification. And nothing is going to get in my way of that. Nobody.
And lastly, I wanted to ask you this, just because he brought your name up when he was in WWE recently, Tyson Fury. I just wanted to get your quick thoughts, Deontay. Did you watch anything with Tyson in WWE? And if you did, what did you think of Tyson's performances?
I didn't even get a chance to see it. I wish I actually got a chance to see it. I would have loved to seen it and see how he transformed, from boxing into the WWE. You know what I mean? Although WWE is more entertaining, entertainment as far as acting things out, and boxing is more seriously. We risk our lives for sure. But it would have been refreshing just to see, how he does. With me, I don't hold grudges. I don't have no ill will towards no fighter at all, because I am a fighter myself, and I understand what we go through as fighters. And if any fighters have the opportunity to do other great things outside of the boxing ring, I'm all for it. Because most fighters, they've been doing it for so many years, especially the ones they've been doing it since they was kids. They feel like this is all they got. This is all they know how to do. And if this is all you know how to do is fight and let somebody dictate your career, then I feel sorry for you. The ones that know how to get out and go get another income or another resource, man, I congratulate you. And, and that's how I feel with that. I didn't get to see it, but hopefully I get to see a rerun or something and see how he did.
Thank you, Deontay. Best of luck next weekend.
Thank you so much.
Our next question will be from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Dan, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Hello, Deontay.
What's going on there?
Hey, I'm doing good, thank you. When they introduced you on the call, I think it was Ray Flores that mentioned that this will be your 10th title defense, and I was thinking there are not a lot of heavyweights that make 10 title defenses. He mentioned a few of them, guys like Larry Holmes, Klitschko, not even Mike Tyson got to that point. But I wondered, does that nice round number mean anything to you? I mean, to get to be successful on this fight and get to 10 title defenses in the heavyweight division, it's not easy to do.
It's definitely not easy to do. It's a great accomplishment for myself and for my career. It's definitely going to carry me as I rack up these numbers. But to be honest, at the end of the day, it's just what it is. It's a number. For me, it's a great honor to be able to say this is my 10th title defense that I'm about to have. When many thought I wasn't gonna never be the heavyweight champion of the world, period. And here I am, 10 title defense out of 41 fighters, 40 have been knocked out. It's amazing to be at this point in time. And, at this point in time, it just, right now, all I could do at this point in time for my career is just rack up numbers. I've always fought for legacy, and I'm still fighting to this day for that, and I just want to be the best in the world, Dan. I want to be the best that ever done it. When people think about boxing, I want them to say Deontay Wilder, and I'm doing everything in my power. I've done everything in my power, to try to bring that. I'm still doing it right now to be the best. And, if numbers is what makes you, stand out, if people look at numbers and see that what makes you stand out, then so be. But not only do I want the numbers to stand out for me, I want my actions to speak as well, too, because, actions speak louder than words any day. And that's what it means to me.